Yes. Hello everyone, salam alaikum. Kaixo ongi etorriak. Africa Basque Challenge, this final event for the 4th edition. Sorry for the delay, but as you see, we are not too much people, but we are from different places. We were coming from different places, and even we have some technology issues, last things in the moment. But we are already going on. So I want to welcome and thank you for being here with us. Today, the objective is, of course, to meet in first person all those projects and the work the participants have been doing during these 4 months of process in the Africa Basque Challenge. But first, for everyone to take a background, an idea of how Africa Basque Challenge started, when, because it's the 4th edition, so we have some history behind us. I want to invite a person that is mostly the dangerous one that made this possible the first time with me. It's Lander Jimenez Ocio. So, even if I met him as an engineer, he is now coaching in Mondragon Team Academy, and he is still working with us. But I want him to let you know the history and why and the purpose of this program. Okay?
Karibu Basque Country, ongi etorriak Euskal Herrira. Hasi baino harina, galdetu nahiko nuke, zenbatek egon zaie Africa Basque Challengean adinagotan. How many of you have taken part in Africa Basque Challenge before today? So those of you, raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 people out of maybe 30, maybe 40 people that are here. That is exactly what this is about. Just to give you an idea, in 2018, some people that we have been collaborating with for many years, between the Basque Country and Kenya, said, how come we cannot repeat this with other people that carry on collaborating across the globe. Those 2 people that contacted us from Kenya, one of them today is in Sudan, trying to leave Sudan, and the other one is with UNICEF in Indonesia. Not only are they close friends, but they also started a co-working for women in Kenya. And those sort of collaborations carry on happening. With that is the purpose of this. When those people contacted us from Kenya many years back in 2018, the purpose was how can we bridge the continents? How can we bridge the cultures? And how can intercultural diversity break every barrier and every challenge that happens to us? This ABC has not happened without challenges. Many of them, you are overcoming them today. But if there is something that we know right now, is that diversity creates greater collective intelligence. The respect of diversity and the growth through deep empathy is what can make the whole world a better place. And that's what we believed in 2018. And I cannot begin to tell you with what joy and fulfillment I am here today, regardless of other situations and other personal and medical issues that I'm supposed to deal with my family. But this is part of who we are, and it's a great joy to be here with all of you, co-creating everything that we're doing today. So congratulations to all of you, congratulations to Diversity for Equality, the cooperative that have taken this on board. Congratulations to all the participants, because today the protagonists are yourselves. And this is just the beginning of a journey, because you can tell by the 10 people that are here today that this is just a start. In Basque, when we meet somebody, We don't tell them we're pleased to meet you. Some people might consider us rude because we almost threaten you when we meet somebody. What we say is, let it be for many years. Urte askotarako. And this is what Africa Basque Challenge is about. Urte askotarako.
Okay, so as you see, as Lander explained, there are already 5 years since everything started. And that means that as those participants this year, we had 4 editions full of participants. And for you guys to know a little bit the impact we already have, and we will raise them, of course, from today on. We almost have 200 people that participated in these programs from many, many countries, even out of Africa and Europe. We have even Costa Rica in the list. And we have 60 initiatives created, but for those ones, 8 nowadays are companies. They are real companies, job creation, impact creation, and they are still moving. And Chelsea, that I will present her after, she's one of the examples. Okay? So now, before we give the word to the protagonists today, I want to invite another person to the stage. She's Eva Kimani. She's from Kenya, from MDF. She's almost the last one on board for the Africa Basque Challenge, but she has been from the very beginning in this edition. And she's the one that is going to explain a little bit for the rest of the public how this process in the 4th edition has gone, right? Because we have 2 travels, we have 2 boot camps in different places with different objectives. So she will explain a little bit the context of how these people created the 4 projects that we are going to meet them today. So Eva, please.
Good afternoon. As Marian has said, my name is Eva Kimani and I work for MDF, Training Consultancy. We are a training consultancy firm that's been in existence for the last 37 years and we have 10 offices across the world. And it's been a pleasure to be part of this program. And how did it start? The aspect is to bring people from a co-creation perspective, so to form enterprises. And I want to start off with a quote and say, in Kenya, in my tribe, we say, you think that your mother is the best cook until you travel. Now, when you bring different people together, then you get to come up with an even better meal. This is what the participants have been able to do. So when we first started, it was Kenya, Senegal, and the Basque country. And each of these individuals, there are the organizers and then there are the collaborators, needed to select key individuals or participants who would come on board towards the right for health. And we put out a call. Every of the organizations did it in a different way, but the idea was to select people who are interested in solving a challenge around health. And one of the key things that we've been saying is that you must own and fall in love with the problem. And they fell in love with the different problems that they were seeking to solve. And out of that, started the process online. So we did that for a series of weeks online once the selection was done. And the next thing that followed, which we call, we all know about the design thinking approach, and I don't want to go into the details, but then what happens next was that they had to do a boot camp. The first boot camp happened in Senegal. And again, as I said, you think you're the best cook until you visit, and it also allows for the empathy part through in the co-creation process. So once they did the boot camp, again, they went back to their homes, Senegal, Kenya, Basque, and they were supported by different coaches online. So we have also the coaches that are here. I do see Jeremy, Landa, there's Maria, and Isabel. Yes, thank you. So that was also important during the process as they proceeded. So after they formed these businesses, they had to also do like market days. So they had to go out into the market in Senegal. Now, please remember that there's aspects of language that they had to transverse, but even within their teams, there's someone who speaks English, another person speaks French, another one speaks Kiswahili, and maybe they don't understand each other. But for a business or for anything to happen, there's key things, people behind them. So the people have to be together, and that's the essence of bringing the different boot camps. So after they finished and we've supported them online, the second boot camp was now here in the Basque country. Now, what I'm not telling you is that all the background information on how to ensure that these guys, from January, which is when we were in Senegal, until now, they've been doing, but they've worked really hard. And the idea is that today they are going to be presenting these case studies, businesses and entrepreneurs, enterprise businesses that we want you to see and also give feedback in regards to what it is that they can do better or what is it that they've done well, or how can they improve these ideas to get into market and to scale up. And you have the connections. I am key about collaboration and partnership. There is no way that these young people are going to go further if we don't work with them. So as Nelson Mandela said, if you want to go far, if you want to go fast, walk alone. If you want to go far, you have to go with a lot of people. So you're here as part of the people that we want you to work with, and please encourage these businesses, give them your critical feedback so they can get better, and we will match them on to investors. So that's the idea.
So I think that both Nanda and Eva give you a really good background. So we are now already today in the final event, and now is the moment for participants to start coming to the stage. But first, I want to present some people that we invited for being in a jury, okay? So I want you for sure to clap them because they are here, and we want to thank you for being here. So first, from the left, we have Ziortza Olano. Ziortza Olano, sorry. So she is the coordinator of Bilbao Berrikuntza Factoria, and it's the team coach in Mondragon Team Academy too. We have Mara Junior. Okay, Mara Junior, he is from Senegal, but you are here like a long time ago, so you are almost master too. He works in Médicos en el Mundo, and it's an NGO that works in the right to health, so it was quite interesting to invite him. Right? We have Aitziber. Aitziber is teacher and researcher in Deusto University, but apart of that, she's part of some fund investment teams. So she's our investor. Now we have Anna. Anna is from Anesvad Foundation. That you see, Anesvad Foundation is one of the organizers and collaborators of the program. She is part of the social entrepreneurship department, so she's here too. We have Asier Areitio. Asier Areitio is now working in the Basque government as assessor for international issues and European Union. Okay? And the last but not least, Chelsea Isudin. Chelsea took part in the second edition we did in the Africa Basque Challenge that was between Senegal and the Basque country. And she's still working in the Africa Basque Challenge somehow, because after the program, the project go ahead. Now they have a company that is called Impact Mama, They work the social entrepreneurship in rural areas in Senegal, and they are working really hard. So thank you, Shisa. And now let me explain you a little bit how are we going to do. So we have 4 teams. Each team will have 5 minutes only to explain the project. And then when they finish, we will have another 5 minutes if the jury or the participants and the people there behind have any question or suggestions, okay? Then when it's finished, we will pass to a PPT here. So we are opening a brainstorming idea digitally. So that means that not only the jury is giving feedback to the teams this year, but we all here are going to be part of this feedback. Okay? So it will be quite easy. Eva, let me know if I'm saying something wrong, but there will be a QR, so everyone can read it with the phone and write down whatever it comes to your mind that they can improve, congrats, contacts, whatever. Okay? And yeah, that's all. So we will do the 4 of them, one to the other. When we finish, there is a cocktail outside, and we will meet the jury to have all the feedback together. And then we will come back just to listen for the jury's feedback, and of course for the closure of this final event, and hugs and photos and things. Okay? So let's start. The first team is Loho.
Hello everyone. Hello. Okay. So welcome to Team Loho. And to start it off, I want to take you to a journey of a woman called Kai. Kai is a 40-year-old woman in Gandiol in Senegal area. Kai has 5 kids, and every time she's met with medical conditions or medical needs, she has to walk for at least 20 kilometers to access a medical facility. She also faces problems with financing, and also there are limited facilities within the area that she lives. This problem is faced by 68% of people in Senegal. To make it more worse, 55% of people living in the rural area cannot access basic medical care, and also the nearest healthcare is like 10 kilometers away or more. So given these statistics, we looked into how then do we implement a solution that allows people like Kai to be able to access medical facilities faster. So we are introducing you to NOXO, which is an emergency prevention solution. Our solution is catered to allow people to access medical facilities or services faster. How we do it? Currently, we have partnered with Hahatay, who have given us a physical location where we have also recruited 10 women who are ready to work with us. How it works is that at Hahatay, we intend to have 2 people who we have already recruited to be on standby every time and deploy different community health workers who are certified to be able to handle medical attention within their region. When in case of any medical emergency, they call us and we are able to come there and help them. Currently, as I said, we have already recruited 10 people, and this goes a long way into solidifying the needs and also making us a better fit to that area. in the end, we intend to make this place more sustainable. We intend to reduce the distance that these people cover every day to access basic medical health. And also, we have had a conversation with different partners that allows us to escalate medical needs that are beyond our scope. In terms of costs, we have this fixed cost and this variable cost that then goes to serve our target customers. Our revenues we intend to charge them for the medication, and we also intend to source money from strategic partners to be able to make sure that we are able to fund our idea. So where are we at right now? We have partnered with Hahatay strategically for location and to be able to train and deploy people within the community. We've also partnered with a medical supplier who is the only medical supplier in Senegal, and he has already agreed to that partnership. We have also strategic partnership with Iceland for moderation and dissemination of our content. The next steps, we intend to, as soon as we get the funds, we intend to make this program a realization and to be able to lift the lives in terms of health-wise of Senegal people who are living in the rural area. We have, this is the team that came up with the solution, and combined we have more than 15 years of experience, and then brings some wealth of knowledge to this project. We thank you for your time, and we're welcoming any questions.
Does anybody has any question? No? It was not clear, sir. Ah,
Hello. Thank you for the explanation and thank you for the project, because I think that for me it's amazing to see the work you are doing, Maya, because I see in different editions so many ideas, and for me it's incredible to see a team like you, yeah, and multicultural and working together. So, back in the presentation, I was missing some numbers. I don't know if you know which is the investment you need to do to develop the product, and which are the resources, no? Because in this kind of presentations, maybe you need to think that maybe in the auditorium, there are people that are interested in investing in the project. So I don't know how much money do you need for this, and how much time do you need to develop the product.
Thank you for the question. We are currently looking for 15,000 euros for a runway of 1 year. That will allow us to serve at least 120 users per month. 15,000 euros. Yeah. When we are estimating it to be a 12-month runway. Yeah.
any other questions? Good. Oh, just okay.
Thank you. I was wondering, I didn't really understand how you will pay yourselves. Well, are your families going to pay you, or did you find another way? I didn't really understand that. Can you clarify, please?
In our core product, we had anticipated that if we are to roll out this program to the rural area, it needs to be affordable, but also it needs to be sustainable, such that we don't have to depend on grants to finance our day-to-day activities. On the first phase, we intend to develop a strategic partnership with a medical supplier. These people, we went back to the people and tried to understand if the purchasing power was there. And true to be said, the distance bit is the biggest pain. The purchasing power is there. So we intend to leverage on the ability to pay to facilitate our first part as we work on an insurance model.
But for the families, it's going to be free.
They will be paying for the medication.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Any other question? No? Okay, so thank you very much. We are now inviting the next team that is called the Evento.
Okay, hello everybody. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, I'm going to do the presentation kind of in a different way, okay? Because I don't want just to explain the project, but the team. I want you to understand how we have worked, how we think, and how we are going to address the issues that we may have during the path until we get our reform. Okay, first of all started in January when we took part in Africa Basque Challenge. And as the name indicates, we had a challenge. Which one was? Improve the access to help. As we are a team almost full of engineers, we started gathering a lot of data. And we found some interesting facts. For example, we discovered that lots of people died because of a late diagnosis of their diseases. Any one of you dare to answer this question? Do you know the number of people who dies because of the late cancer detection every year? These are numbers that have been taken by WHO or OMS in Spanish and French. Do you anyone want to see a number? Okay, so it's 330,000 just because of cancer. So there is a huge issue there. And we start thinking, why is it? Okay, first of all, we found that there is a lack of doctors, not just in Africa, but worldwide. Here in Basque Country, if you want to book in order to see your doctor, you may need weeks. Okay, then there is also lack of machines to do some tests. And last one, but not less important, is that people do not realize they are sick until it is quite late, and there is no remedy. Okay, so how can we solve this? If we don't have people, if we don't have machines, we have to create something new. And we discovered that there is one technology that is rocketing during the last months. Okay? And what was it? The artificial intelligence. So that's why we decided to create for artificial intelligence. And that's why we are called the Evento, the Evento. Okay, how we are going to do this? First of all, we have one idea. We wanted to develop a software that detects diseases when users scan their face. The idea was to the user take a selfie, and with a database of a lot of people that are sick and not, then compare results and give a result saying, you have this, you don't have this. But after some months, we discovered that this software has already been developed. Okay? So we start with the creation. What can we do then? There is a Spanish saying that says, if you cannot beat them, join them. So we are thinking of collaborating with these software developers in order to roll out the application in Africa. How are we going to do this? First of all, we are going to prepare a bank with an screen material and basic medical material as well. We are going to start in Andiol. Okay? Why? because there is a Spanish community in there, and we can receive help from them in case we need. And as well, we have one team member that knows the song. Okay, so then what are we doing? Or what do we need in order to carry out our project? First of all, people. We need someone to take care of the bus. Then we need a van as well. And last but not least, the software. We are going to be the company that is going to gather it all. And how can we achieve each of the problems we have? Okay, for the people, first of all, we decided here we have a huge opportunity. There are a lot of students in medicine that may love to do an internship in Africa, learning from diseases. It would be amazing for them. So we can collaborate with Deusto. They have a medicine faculty, and we will receive lots of resources of people. Then, about the van, we just need one van. We have put here Red Cross, but there are plenty of options of associations that could lend us one van. And last but not least, we have the software. And that's where the software developers face again enter in the equation. We need them. We want to collaborate with them. We have already started some communication channels with them. And our idea is to gather it. We already have started doing some prototypes. This will be how we would like the inter and the outdoor of the van. And we have as well developed one software, because our idea is to be sustainable as well, and not to be an Amazon van that goes from one house to another, but to other people, so that people could join our webpage, say, I'm going to be in this place this time, and be more sustainable. That was all. This is our team. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, thank you. So, do you have any question about dialect? Okay,
Yes, thank you for the presentation and congratulations for the project. It is celebra, this software that is already created. It has been implemented in someone, or they are working with this software.
Yeah, well, yeah, they have been working with some medicine faculties, but it is at the first stage, so there is still room for improvement. They need more data, and that's a good solution for them. We can roll it out the application, test it in people, and there is no better option to test that.
Okay, and the plan was also to implement it in some countries in Africa? Or
Yeah, it was in fact to start in Bandiol,
Okay.
because it's where we have one Spanish community, we have one team member that knows the song, and we think it's the best way to start.
Okay, thank you.
Bueno, si me permitís, voy a expresarme en castellano. Gracias. La verdad que me parece un proyecto interesante y necesario, ¿no? Yo creo que, bueno, visto la presentación, habéis hablado mucho, ¿no? El conocimiento, ¿no? ¿No? Como adquirir conocimiento, ¿no? Desde las colaboraciones con la universidad y luego, ¿no? La preparación, ¿no? La preparación del oficio, ¿no? Que es el médico. Y luego la aplicación, ¿no? Que se va a desarrollar, ¿no? Para también frenar esto. Y la pregunta era por qué vais a aplicar, ¿no? Todo lo que es conocimiento, la formación a una aplicación, ¿no? Desde la inteligencia artificial, ¿no? ¿Habéis trabajado o pensado, ¿no? ¿Cómo vais a trabajar la seguridad, ¿no? O más o menos desde las construcciones culturales, ¿no? Donde vais a hacer el proyecto, la confianza con las personas, con la aplicación, pero también, ¿no? La confianza con las personas con lo que trae para el resultado. Y cómo sería también, ¿no? El impacto que más o menos, ¿no? El proyecto, el impacto que pensáis que puede ofrecer este proyecto.
Vale, respondo en inglés, no importa para el resto. Okay, yeah, we have think about that, and that's why we are going to start in Bandiol. there is a Spanish community. We don't want to drop students there and live there like 4 months without any help. We want them to be involved, to in case they have any, I don't know, any issues, they will receive help from the people in there. And I think that's the way we have to do it. Giving them support, being with them all the time, and in case they need help, be ready to help them.
Okay. I don't know if you say that the software developers, they are from Africa.
No, they are from United States of America.
Okay. For you to know, in the big accelerator tower in scale, there is a program that the name is GovTech, that a lot of startups can go and they need to have solutions. They need to have solutions tested in the private sector, but maybe this pilot can be helpful also for the administration. And there is a startup that is preventing cancer with something similar. So I think that it's important to know them. Okay? And also maybe, I don't know, if you test this, can be good also for the project. Okay? This is like information, but I have a question. So, do you want to push the project? If the question is from 1 to 10, which are your motivation to push it?
We have talked about this. We are right now in a position where we have other priorities, but we really think that it's a great idea, and even we don't push it, we think that other people of ABC could push it, and in that case, we would give them support, help them, and be with them, not as head of the project, but as helper. So I don't know how to describe it.
Thank you. I saw a van with a lot of electronic devices, and I was thinking when I was in Benjo, that's a village or a region that faces a lot of electricity and internet problems. And I'm worried that you're going to be dependent on that. Have you thought about that when you designed your software? Or is it a software that will be used online, offline? How do you manage to, have you thought about that basically?
We have thought about that, and regarding the sustainability project, we're going to install some solar panels in the van so that electricity is not needed. Because in there you have too many times.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. So I'm going to use technology to ask you to give feedback to the participants. How many of us here know Mentimeter? Yeah? Okay. Please go to Mentimeter. Okay. Both my machine. Please go to Mentimeter and please put in the code that's up there. 7646 6951. So www.menti.com on your phone. There's free Wi-Fi for the participants. So it's all of us to give feedback. Because I know sometimes we are shy and then also we have limitation of time. So we only have a few people who can be able to give feedback. So get to the code.
Where is the code?
It's up there.
In the center. Okay. Above, please.
Oh, yeah.
I'm blind.
Are we all there? don't know how to say it in Basque. Please translate for those who are next to you. So go to your phone, www.menti.com, and then input the code at the top, 7646-6951. Okay, great. What question do you see first? Yeah? Okay. Please input your feedback in terms of what they did well and what it is that they can improve on. This is individual. I will not see. I only see one person in the room. Now, you cannot hide virtually because here I can tell it's only one person who's logged in, and we are about 30 in the room. So now I have only 2 of you, so I need you to confirm that you're there. I only have 2 of you. You can hide a bit. I don't know who it is, but at least I'm expecting 20 here. So I know only 2 people, and I already see Maria has was showing me. So who's the other person? Aha. So okay. And I have 5 answers. Interesting. Okay, 3. So please log in. I'll give you 2 minutes. What do you think the team did well, and what can they do to improve their idea? You can put it in Spanish, English, Kiswahili, Basque, Wolof. Yes. Okay. I have 14 answers. Good. All right. Next slide. Oh, there you go. I have the answers, but I will ask you now to go to the logo. Please give feedback to logo. We forgot to do this for the first one, so they were the first group. Give feedback in regards to what they did well or what it is that they can improve from your perspective. Again, I have how many people in the room? 1, and I have 1 answer. Is that you, Maria, again? Maybe. Okay, 3, great. We're about 30, so I'm expecting on the bare minimum. Valerie. Oh, okay. But you could use Jeremy's phone. Please use your neighbor's phone if you don't have a phone and you want to give feedback. It's important for the team. There is a quote that goes that feedback is a breakfast for champions. So give feedback because then you give the team's energy. I have only 8 answers. Logo was the first group to present. I'm waiting for it to get to at least 15 because that's half the team, half the group here, or the people here. 17, give me 17. 17, I'm sure I can get there. Like a good number, even the previous group had 17. Yay, well done, thank you, Aito. All right, we have our next presentation, and that would be, just 1 moment. Septic. All right, let's give them a warm round of applause as they come on stage. Who's presenting from Septic? Just one moment, because my line is keeping the time. Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much. Imagine a world where nobody has to be necessarily blind as a result of avoidable blindness. This is self-tech social entrepreneurship for trachoma elimination in Kenya. In self-tech, we looked into neglected tropical diseases, which is a huge cause of worry, particularly for Africa, the Sub-Saharan Africa, the Latin America, and also parts of Australia. So we find that globally, at least 2.7 billion people are affected by neglected tropical diseases. So for us as self-tech, and because of the situation in Kenya, we looked into trachoma, which is a highly infectious eye disease, highly neglected, particularly in Kenya, because of the low prioritization in the health system. And for us, our region is Turkana North Kibish, whereby despite the implementation of the surgeries, antibiotics, facial and cleanliness activities in the north of Turkana and also within the entire Turkana, we find that there has not been any change from 2017 to 2021. The rates of the trachoma infection have remained persistent, and as self-tech, we thought of a way that can be able to contribute towards elimination of trachoma because of the target for 2030. This is the situation in Turkana. As a result of water poverty, we find that numerous village women usually have to walk for kilometers to be able to access safe water for drinking and also water for washing their faces. And also children, because of the water poverty, they are not able to access water to wash their faces, and that gives the flies which are eye-seeking an opportunity to stick for their eyes because of the trickling tears from the eyes, and also because of the infectious agents that is able to be transferred by these flies from the child to the mother, who is mostly at a time the caregiver. You find that the woman would be then 3 times at risk of this trachoma infection. So the end result of trachoma is that if at all there is no intervention in time, especially the surgeries, then because of that, the end result is the disability. As you can see in this picture, this is a can. Because of several reinfections with trachoma, at the end of it, she's not able to see, she's totally blind. And I was meeting with her as we were validating our concept in Turkana so that they could be able to give us views in terms of whether the women who wanted to be part of the project can be able to participate. So in this picture, you can see her children, those are her grandkids, for wondering what's next for them, because the woman is disempowered. She's not able to go to the market to look for food. She's not able to go to the rivers anymore to look for water. So at the end of the day, it is the man who is there, who is at the juncture to take care of the family. But then remember, because of the patriarchal nature, the woman is not able to even make decisions so that the children can be taken for eye screening, and then the cycle becomes a cyclic event. So as self-tech, we thought about this, and our theory of change is that we want to introduce social entrepreneurship among the women survivors of trachoma, and we also want to ensure that there's knowledge and awareness creation, and the last one is advocacy. So we project that if at all there's better economic engagement in this community, then poverty will be reduced, and also there'll be clean faces in the environment, and there'll be a lower trachoma transmission, which will lead to less trachoma blindness, and of course the healthy families. So with regard to what we did in terms of our concept validation, we were able to engage in Senegal and also in Kenya, where we were able to talk to a few women survivors of trachoma, whether this is a concept that they could be able to contribute into. And by the time we were done, we were able to sign up about 20 women into the concept, that they are able to create crafts because of the locally available materials from Lake Turkana. We are thinking about getting
we want to get the palm leaves and also the papyrus leaves that are at the banks of Lake Turkana, so that we are able to make the craft items, which are we have them in three categories: the ladies' bags, the household decor, and then the third one is the conference materials. So based on our market validation, we got feedback that this indeed is an idea that is viable, and the women, because it is already existing in terms of the cultural production of baskets, the idea is existing and is marketable. So the only thing that we need to do is to add value to those crafts. So our idea is to make linings for them and also to produce the bags that are able to be used for the conference. So we had some prototypes that we tested among a select number of end users, and based on their feedback, we saw how we can be able to upscale our products. So to measure our impact, what we are hoping to do is that we want to create the self-help group among the women that we've already identified, and then of course we'll be able to get into an agreement with them so that the Weavers Association will be able to train them into the new skills that are able to ensure that the production is high, because we give them a target as a self-help group for the baskets. And then for facilitating increase of knowledge and awareness, we've already identified the schools, 20 of them, that we want to work with in the program, and also that the patrons will be trained. So the idea is that these patrons will be able to sensitize children, so that even as they go back to their homes, they're able to share the knowledge and of course the hygiene, in terms of hygiene use, soap use for first clinic will be good. Then the last one is advocating for resource location, whereby we've already talked to the county and department, and we hope that we'll be able to engage more so that they can be able to allocate a resource for eye health. And all this will contribute to reduction of the rates of trachoma infection. So this is just one of the ladies who survived trachoma, who is already working in one of the projects with the Turkana Weavers Association. So in this picture, when we went to meet with them to ask them about their engagement, they verified that indeed she's able to join the team of the 20 women that we got to train them, so that they'll be able to develop the craft bags. And then of course the Turkana Weavers Association lady will be able to teach them how to upscale these baskets, and then we'll be able to sell them on our e-commerce website. So the ask that we need is that for the first quarter, we will need 8,150 euros. The second quarter, 3,250 euros. Third quarter, the same, and also the fourth quarter. So the assets that we'll require are those: the container shop that will be our workstation, and also the collection points of the craft items, and also the multi-purpose sewing machines that we use to upscale these products from the women. And the rest will also be as the quarter progresses. We've also identified partners who we started communicating with and talking with, that they're able to work with us. For instance, the key one was the Peak Vision. They have an app whereby when we'll be having our community engagement and selling, like a pop-up shop for these baskets, then the Peak have already agreed that they come with their instruments, which is an app. They're able to screen the eyes and also to make referrals for those that are in need, so that we are also creating that opportunity for the right to health, and in terms of access and affordability. We've also talked with the county government in terms of advocating for resource, and we hope to have our workshops with them and identify some of the eye partners who are also able to work with us in this process. This is the team, and we hope that with our competencies we'll be able to engage effectively and deliver the project. And then for the next steps, we hope to mobilize the women that we've already identified to ask for funding, and then also to have some of the meetings with the partners that have already agreed to work with us, and to work also with the other levels of partners in terms of the schools that we've identified, and to recruit some of the logistics assistants who will help us with the distribution channel of the baskets from the Turkana North to the Turkana City, and then to where we'll be at the station, and then we'll be able to put them on our e-commerce website to be able to advertise for the women. Thank you.
Okay, so any questions about project? Okay, maybe there's no questions, maybe Maria?
I know maybe a little bit about.
I wonder if you could explain a little bit more actually how the financial part will work. Obviously, the baskets, and the bags will be sold, but what will be your role? What will be Setback's role in making sure they are sold?
So our role will be mostly collaborative because these women were identified them and they've consented that they'll be able to come together to develop a self-help group. So we've already talked with the representative that we want to get into an agreement once they are fully registered, such that our role will be collaborative. They will be the ones producing the crafts. Then we will have the target for them that they give us after every month, depending on the production rate, but it is an agreement that we already discussed. And then in terms of their sustainability, because they are now a self-help group, they'll be able to manage their own, in terms of even getting together to think of microfinance and to also think of us, we'll be able to advertise for them and also get clients for them for the orders, but it will be mostly collaborative. Because we envision that we have several groups inside, but we just want to start with this as the pilot, the first idea for us.
Hello, congratulations. I don't have the same question, but I think that the project is fantastic and can help because we know that there is a necessity. But do you want to lead the project? Are you thinking, because this is something important, because, the world, we have a lot of ideas, but we need people to push them. So if the answer is yes, it's something that, no, we need to say strong. Yeah. Yes, we will. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, and congratulations. I think the break is very, very good. And well, at Anesvad, we work, our focus is to fight the neglected tropical disease, more specifically skin entities, but we are also open to the rest. So I think that is very well in the part of prevention, because it's like the neglected tropical disease are related with lack of access to water, with environment, and with poverty, and use prevention is the first step to fight against them. And I would like to ask you for the advocacy part, because I think it's very interesting, that is something that I would like that you explain a bit more, because you put some partners to work with, and I don't know, I didn't yet, and try going to advocacy with local authorities, with the national government. It's very good, but it's also a work. And how are you going to do this work? Because it's really
Thank you very much for that, Anesvad. In terms of advocacy, we hope to join the consortium for eye health, because we feel that will provide us a space. But that one we don't do it once we've also developed our advocacy plan and then the advocacy brief. But we hope that the meeting that we've already asked the site savers and the trade bureaus, that if we get such an opportunity and with our documents that we want to develop the brief, they will be able to be part of the eye health consortium, so that we can be able to advocate for them, because Turkana sometimes it's less prioritized. So it is still at first stages, but that is one of the visions that we have in terms of the advocacy. We want to develop the advocacy plan and the advocacy brief that we use in the eye consortium. Then the biggest point that we also want to, the message is about resource allocation for water sanitation and hygiene. So that is one of our biggest priorities during the consortium meeting.
Any other question? Or maybe we can pass to the last but not least project? No? Eva, you have a question? Ah, good. Okay, thank you, Eva. So, thank you very much. Okay. Okay, before I forgot again, please go back on. We are going to do the Mentimeter now, because we have now a fresh idea in our brains, so it will be easier. So I'm taking the leadership to Eva.
You know the drill by now. I will ask you to go to Mentimeter, so I'm sure you're already there. My goal is to just ensure that you're actually in that room. Don't go to the Dundu, go to the Septec. Are you on the Septec? Yeah? Great. Okay. Feel free to use your friends or colleagues' phone. Write it in Wolof, English, Kiswahili, Spanish, French, Basque. Help the teams to make their idea better, or to just tell them they did well. We have a target, we have a KPI. The KPI is 17 at the bare minimum. You're doing great. Drum rolls for the last one. And well done. But one more to go on to make it 20. Why not? Oh, great. Well done. Back to my line for the last group.
Okay, so last but not least, Dundu.
Okay, so Dundu. Dundu means life in Wolof. Indeed, you can see that we are a big team. But why we are a big team? Because we realize that we are working for the same purpose, the well-being of mothers and children healthcare. So in our team, you can see we have many talents: engineer, student, communication. As you can see, with our research, we realize that 25% of Senegalese women suffer from postpartum depression. Can you imagine how a woman can raise a child if she's not mentally stable? Our main problem is lack of access to mothers. In fact, healthcare solution in rural space. The main cause is lack of resources, because most of the mothers live far away from the hospital and they don't have a car or something to bring them to the hospital. And that is one of our consequences is the mental health issues. Now, if you let me, I'm going to pass the record to my colleague Sue, and she's going to explain you what is our solution for this problem.
So for Dundu, we have a product which checks a portable device which checks vital signs, and it's going to be based in the community. And this is to encourage the culture of prevention, knowing your status, to avoid mental health issues, and just to be able to know whether you're progressing well. And in addition to that, we have a website that you can go into, know more about the vital signs that you have just detected from the device. Join a community of people going through the same thing to share some tips, tricks of how to manage the disease, and also learn about other ways of preventing common illnesses that occur. When we look at our market, we are seeing this particular market, the e-health market and the medical tech market, has a lot of potential, and it's growing, especially in Senegal, where we're basing our project. So some of the competitors in the market is these two devices that you can see here. There's the smart monitor, and the second device, which is really long, is also available in the pharmacies in Senegal, but the problem is it is not portable. So for us, we are coming in and providing something that is portable in the community and a resource where you can go and find more information. So I'll pass to Rosa.
Concerning the business model part, we choose to work in both sides. Works with sponsoring for like hospital, laboratory and researching, and also with community, like Hahatay community. We had the chance in our first program to have a lot of feedback from medical services, health post and health center. So we choose to have this model with a focus to have low participation by the user, by the women. The women can go on the community center or health post center in the rural area and pay for a low-cost consultation about the device and the mental health support. Our main partner are basically based on at Senegal, but we have also some feedback from France. So now, what we can offer you tomorrow? So tomorrow we are just able to offer you a web platform available at the scan code that you see, and to detect the mental health illness. We are also able to propose you a prototype of the device check with everything packaged. And also with partnerships and support, like Women of Gandiol and villages around Gandiol Health Center, Health Post. And we also have more than all motivation. Thank you.
Okay, so any question for Dundu? Okay, so
Hello, and congratulations, Victim, Victim. I have two questions. How was your experience working 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people together? Well, one is this question, how was the experience? And the other one, why did you choose this idea? Because I know that you have lots of ideas, but of course we decide this because of something, which is the why of your profession selecting it.
Thank you for your question. Actually, you have to know that we're two different teams in the Vasca. But 2 days when we came here, we just realized that actually it's the same. We are working for well-being of people. So we just say to ourselves, we both, let's put our ideas together to make it one and have one big project. Because this is not a competition. We just want Africa or Europe to get better. So that's why we ask this big team. We make it in 2 days. And actually we came with this because in our experience in Ganjo, we saw how women were struggling. And some of them, they don't have physical health, and we realized that even mental health is hard for them. you know, how in Senegal, mental health is like taboo. We have to stop the stigmatization, bring awareness. So that's why we decided to work on this specifically.
I would like to add that at the first step, when we did the bootcamp in Senegal, we made a lot of interviews. And in Dakar, we went to the hospital and we faced with women that came, she paid for taxi to go to the hospital because she don't know how to detect if each baby was good or not. She saw he was ill. So she took her mother with her. She let her baby and other children at home. She came to the hospital, she paid for consultation, she waited for consultation, so she wastes time, money. And for the conclusion that we face with in real time, that the baby's got nothing. So it's like, you know, it's we face with that, faced with a lot of problem in rural area, and we thought that it was interesting to work more in this lack of resources, communication, and facility.
Any other brave asking a question? No? Okay, it's okay. So now Eva can come home again. And we will give you some feedback too. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Well, I think all the teams did a really, really great job. So I'm going to ask us to just stand and shake our feet a little, just a bit, so then we get the energy to give Don to our good feedback. So let's stand up, please. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to do what I say, not what I do. Are the instructions clear? So if I say, close your right eye, you close it. Yeah? But if I don't say, Eva says, close your right eye, you can't close. Alright? So say, do as I say, but if I don't say, Eva says, close your right eye, then you can't. Then I will start eliminating people I see who's sleeping. Alright. Close your right eye. Ah, Valerie, come here. Eva didn't say. So then I'm recruiting you to be part of my. And then you have to help me look at the people who are doing the wrong thing. Okay. All right. Eva says lift your right leg. Eva says lift your right leg. Lift your left. And why are you struggling? Okay. Put your right leg down. Put your right leg down. Put your right leg down. Eva says put your right leg down. Good one. Right hand up. Ibnu, yes, you too. I didn't say Eva. You too. Oh, I love you. Okay. Shake a bit, shake. Let's shake. Vicky, I didn't say Eva. Thank you. Great. All right, Eva says you can have your seat. Eva says you can have your seat. Even the ones who were here. Thank you very much. All right. Please go to the Mentimeter and let's give feedback to Dundu. say, Eva says that you go. The game is over, but yes, thank you. Eva says go to the Mentimeter. Let me project it. Yes, thanks. Oh, we're blocked. Okay, so the code. Sorry. Oh. Are you able to go to Dundu? Yes. Yeah. Go to the slide for Dundu. And I spelled it wrong, I'm sorry. Yeah. We have about, great, I can see the answers already. So 3 answers, good idea. But when you say good idea, that's the other thing. What do you mean, what is good about it? Like, if you can give more information, even better, what can they do to make it even better? Mental health matters. Someone has asked what's the prevalence. So you should have given the figures. That's my assumption. 8 answers, we have a KPI, as we say, it's 20. It's a working number. And because it's the last group, we could even aim for 22. Let's do it. 9, Spanish, French, Wolof. I love it. Someone has 15. 15,000, where do we start? Where do you want to sign up? See, you already have an investor. But now you need to spot them. I don't know who it is. That's the problem with it. "14 answers, we're targeting 22. As we on project, nice. The team winner says, no. Okay. What does that mean? Said, okay. I read English and French together. Wow, Nora. Okay. So we'll provide, as the organizers will provide the feedback to the teams individually. We'll share the sites. We need to get it to 21 at least. Give me 21. If you've not commented and you have someone who has a phone or doesn't have their phone, give it to them, pass it on to them so they can give a comment. 19, you can give it to. Give the team feedback. Then we can have a nice coffee after this. Eva says, get this number to 21. It works. Eva for president of Africa Basque. All right, thank you very much. Let's give a warm round of applause to all the team. Great job and
Okay, so the four projects were presented. We already have feedback. Now we have the networking part of the event, right? So behind these doors, you have some stairs to go up, and there is a garden waiting for you with some pictures, drinks, to relax, connect, and enjoy. Okay, and we will come back. I don't know what time is it now. 40. So we will come back at 7, right? Just to give a small feedback of the jury and a big picture of the family. Okay? Thank you very much for coming.
Eva says, be quiet. Eva says, silence in the room. And Eva says, have your seat. Eva says, have your seat. How was the chacolin? And the tortillas? Bueno. Very, very good. You're feeling hot. I think that's okay. You needed to warm up your stomach. Okay. Quick activity. Excuse me. Eva says. Great, thank you. You know, when there are very few people who normally have so much power over people. The first one is a photographer. A photographer is the only person who can tell a president how to stand, how to sit, where to look. But if you dared to go and tell your president randomly what to do, you can't, isn't it? Yeah. The other person is the one with the microphone. So I am exercising my power. All right. We're back in the room and we need to hear what the jury has in terms of feedback. And we will start off with, do we want to do it together or one person? Is there someone who's representing all of them together, the feedback? Both? Okay, great. Sorry. So I want to ask that you please come to the high table. Let's start with that. Like in an election, we will say that the jury has not been compromised. We hope that you did not go and entice them, but they are also people of good standing, and I will ask them to introduce themselves, even as they give their feedback. It would be nice just to know their name and the organization. I know you've done it, but just to know that you're also recording it. Okay, over to you.
First of all, congratulations to all. Because this today we can see an explosion of creativity, of thinking, and exploring new ideas for the future. It's need to put in value. But at the same time, we need to remember that the goal is not to create ideas, it's to push projects. So it's important when we have a team or people that are involved with a high compromise to become the idea in reality. Perhaps some of those are not to your personal plan of life. I'm not at this moment thinking in this, but perhaps you can think in people or in collectivities or in communities that can interest and how can share and to help to become the idea in a reality. The first question that we, and don't forget that the program have a compromise to work with you in the sometimes long way to become the idea in a reality. I think this idea is common for the four comments in general. Do you want to add in general comments? Okay. We make some suggestions with the method, so you have the details, of course. I want to add some questions. As a reflection, with the social enterprise and social projects, we are in a difficult balance among a culture of general of entrepreneurship that are looking for the business and financial system that are looking for business. And this is the ecosystem that we are working. So, to maintain the spirit of a social project is not easy, this competitive and business looking restaurant. So I think I want to underline the importance of the alliance to find, how can we say, mixed compromise. How can we, cómplices in Spanish says more than partners. I think that it's difficult. It's cómplices.
Like an ally.
How can you propose a translation?
Maybe like an ally, not like someone to go with you, like
But with a personal, yes, with a connection, with friendship, there are the other elements. I think in the social project you need to find compromise, not official colleagues or more personal implied. That's the idea. I am thinking, I am talking too much. This is my part, because if you find good colleagues in your way, you can reach anything you want. The obstacles are not obstacles. You are together with people with this the same sentiment, the same, not mentality, the same heart, the same. I want to underline.
Okay, thank you. Well, congratulations to all of you. For me, it's the first time here, so it has been like a very great experience to know you and listen to your project. I'm very happy that you have had this interest for Africa. I've been many years working close to Africa, and I think that there's a lot of challenge. There's a lot of challenge also in the whole world, but I think that in Africa you can work for a lot of challenge, and in health with this something that we always need access to health, doctors, and so I think that you've done a great work, and well, it's true, as Silver says, that once you have the idea and you might maybe have to develop some things and everything, but then after it's important in order to find support to carry out the project, to motivation or to be sure to do it, and also to work in other things. I think that they have already commented when you present the project, like which resources you are going to need, not just financial resources, but maybe human resources, technical assistance, or what are your needs to develop the project if you want to carry out the project. And yes, also it's true it's important in this entrepreneurship area, the networking and what to know people, talk with people, learn from others. But I think that yes, when we decide if we support a project, or the people that they support projects, or the investors, I think that if they see like really motivation and a team or a startup or a person motivated, this means a lot, because after, okay, you can do training or whatever, but this is very important to be sure that you want to push this and to carry out this. And this is from my part.
All right. So thank you all. Thank you for all your projects. I don't have a specific feedback for one team. I just have a specific feedback. I have a feedback for all the teams. I'm going to talk about experience, what I have so with Impact Mama and what I believe can help you. Right now, you have your projects, you have your ideas, you did some researches, you see maybe this is going to work, maybe this is not going to work. What I'm encouraging you right now is going on the field and test it. Really test it, because right now you're like, okay, maybe you think that this is working because you did some interviews, you did some researches, but sometimes what people are saying they need is different. I miss a word, sorry. Of what they really need, thank you. So they can say, yes, I think I need, I don't know, medicines, but when you provide them medicines, they're like, no, I don't want it, what do you give me that? It's necessary for me. So right now that you have your prototypes and your ideas, I really encourage you to go on the field and test it, like test, and see what are the real feedbacks. And thanks to that, you can either adjust or deepen your prototypes, and when investors or partners or whatever are going to ask you questions, you can have the trust and be convinced that this is working. We went on the field, this is how it works. These are the feedbacks, and investors are going to be more inclined to help you and give you money if they want to. So, yeah, thank you.
Y si me permitís, voy a expresar en castellano. No sé si va a haber traducción, ¿no? Para las personas que no entienden castellano. Bueno, voy a ser muy breve, además que de forma muy general, analizando un poco, yo creo que todos los proyectos que se han presentado han presentado criterios por ser realmente, no elegido, pero apoyado, ¿no? Y en términos general, creo que todos los proyectos que se han presentado, bueno, para un poco también no hacer un poco la reflexión desde a mí. Sí que ha habido proyectos que han hecho, ¿no? Como un diagnóstico propio, ¿no? De la necesidad, ¿no? De impulsar proyectos desde ahí, pero hay otros proyectos que la verdad que va a faltar un poco, como esa necesidad, ¿no? O sea, ese diagnóstico previo, ¿no? Para como ver un poco la necesidad, ¿no? Y pues ya también, ¿no? Desde luego la viabilidad del proyecto. Y luego en términos de financiación de dinero, sí, algunos proyectos como que han presentado un poco, pero creo que falta un poco, ¿no? Como centrar los proyectos en el coste, ¿no? Como cuánto cuesta todo el proyecto. O sea, no sé si lo habéis pensado también, ¿no? En eso, pero creo que lo primero a veces como el término, o sea, cifrar dinero es muy necesario, ¿no? Para la viabilidad del proyecto y luego la confianza también, ¿no? En presentarlo y la gente puede como basarse, ¿no? En eso, ¿no? Y luego, en, bueno, otros proyectos que no solamente o sea, el término fondos, dinero, pero cuánto dinero también se puede destinar a sensibilización, ¿no? Como a introducir un poco el producto en el mercado, cuánto dinero cuesta, ¿no? Para más o menos saber la primera fase, cómo se introduce y luego cómo hacemos para un poco no fidelizar a ese proyecto, a ese público objetivo. O sea, más o menos, ¿no? Como eso, pero sigue siendo interesante, ¿no? Todos los proyectos presentados.
Okay, so what Mara says is that the feedback he has is something general for all the projects, and he based almost in 3 main ideas. The first one is that he saw that some of the projects had a really hard research behind the project or the solution, but there were other ones that maybe needed a little bit more of field, a little bit more of research and interviews with the people that you want to work with. The second one is the numbers, the finance part. There were some projects presenting the budget or the costs they need to cover to start the project on, and other ones no. And it's something that is quite important to know before launching a new project, right? And the third one that is quite important, and he said in one question, I think, is the sensibilization, right? Sometimes we're giving a solution, an idea for a target of people that maybe they need a sensibilization or they need to understand and to have confidence in us before starting the project. So he is aiming to think on this sensibilization part pre-starting the project, and that there are some grants and there are some hopes to start with this first phase.
I know that in 5 minutes there are few time to explain the details, but I think in any social project we need to be careful with the testimony, with the ethical questions. Of course, when we involve the web pages, the apps, and these kinds of things, for example, with the artificial intelligence, okay, we can share the data of the eyes to improve, but defending the position, they are not rats of laboratory, they are persons, how to be, don't forget this question, because sometimes in the business world, this question is not in the ethic. That's my last position.
Okay, so thank you very much, the 4 of you. The other 2 just left because of other things. So, big hug for you. Thank you for being with us here today. Thank you. And now, and I promise it's the last thing we will do today, this is now the moment to give the certificate of being part of this program to participants. So I will call one by one, to you. So we can give the certificate and we can take a picture of all of us together, okay? So, we have, the first one is Dudu Manga. Victoria Akor Oswald. Titus Candoro Camargo. Aitana Carrasco. Aisha Ndir. Abdulaziz Tise. María González. Nerea Astorquiza. Juan Tejón. Su Guarini. Maimuna Diaby. Said Sabri. Oyacho Pereña. Unai Fraile. Ibnu Dio. Maina Diel. Sophie Cámara. Jonathan Misteri. Jean Juan. And last but not least, Roxanne. Hey, God, and then you. And you come and see. We'll give you the certificate now. So now I'm asking coaches, organizers, all ones to come here and we can take a picture. Come on, coaches. Come on. Vale,